Sometimes life takes unexpected turns. Don't get disheartened. God has a better plan for you. On the edge of a quiet village stood an old temple, peaceful and surrounded by tall banyan trees. Hanging at the entrance was a large hollow bell made of bronze. Over the years, it had weathered storms, sunshine, and the passing of countless devotees. One spring morning, a tiny sparrow was flying across the village searching for a safe place to build her home. She had been flying for hours, her wings tired, her heart anxious. Every tree she found seemed unsafe. Some were too crowded, some too exposed to predators, and some simply didn't feel right. Just as she was about to give up, she noticed the hollow space inside the temple bell. It was warm, sheltered, and high above the ground. To her, it felt perfect. "This must be God's sign," she chirped softly. With excitement, she began collecting tiny twigs, dry grass, and soft feathers. Day after day, she worked tirelessly. Slowly, her nest took shape inside the bell. It became her world, her safety, her comfort, her dream. Soon she laid her eggs and spent her days guarding them with love. She believed she had finally found the perfect home, the place where nothing could go wrong. But one morning, as the first devotee arrived at the temple, he pulled the rope to ring the bell. The loud, powerful sound shook the entire structure. Dong! 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 The sparrow panicked. Her nest trembled. The delicate twigs began to fall apart. Within moments, her carefully built home was destroyed, and her eggs were lost. She flew out in shock, her tiny heart breaking. "Why, God?" she cried, her voice trembling. "I trusted this place. I worked so hard. Why would you let this happen?" For days, she sat silently on a distant branch, watching the temple from afar. She felt betrayed by life. Every chirp of other birds sounded like a reminder of her loss. Every sunrise felt heavier than before. But slowly, hunger pushed her to move again. Survival demanded courage. With a wounded heart, but a determined spirit, she began searching for another place. This time she flew farther, beyond the temple, beyond the village, toward the dense forest. There she found a strong tree with thick branches and natural shelter from wind and rain. It was safer, more stable, and surrounded by abundant food. She began building her nest again. This time she was wiser. She chose carefully. She built patiently. She trusted deeply. Her new home turned out to be stronger and more secure than the one in the bell had ever been. As seasons passed, the sparrow raised her chicks happily. She realized something important. The loss she once cursed was actually leading her to a better life. The place she thought was perfect was only temporary. The pain she experienced was not punishment, it was redirection. One evening, as she watched the sunset with her young ones, she whispered softly, "Sometimes what we lose is not our destiny. Sometimes it is just God making space for something better." And this is not just the story of a sparrow. It is the story of human life. Many times we build our dreams with love and effort. We choose careers, relationships, plans, and places believing they will last forever. But suddenly, life shakes our bell. Something breaks, something ends, something we trusted disappears. In those moments, we feel lost. We question God. We question ourselves. We feel like everything is over. But what we fail to see is that life is often pushing us toward a stronger foundation, a better opportunity, a deeper purpose, a safer path. Just like the sparrow, our losses are not always the end. Sometimes they are the beginning of something greater. So when life destroys the home you carefully built, don't give up. Fly again, trust again, build again. Because what feels like destruction today may actually be divine direction. Trust God's plan. Even when your world shakes, He is guiding you toward a better place.